Now to a story we brought you as breaking news right here on WIAT 42 News at 5 Tuesday. New tonight, how the smell of gas alerted crews that something was wrong. This just moments before a house blew up with a man inside. Tonight we have team coverage of the investigation in Cordova. We begin with WIAT 42 News reporter Lillian Lalo. And Lillian, you've been talking to investigators there on the scene.
Yes, we have. And, you know, you're exactly right, Sherry. A worker was just driving home. He smelled a smell, and that's when he called it in, saying, I think there's a gas leak. Now, officials came out, and they actually found where the gas leak was coming from. If you can see that ditch right there next to the explosion area. Now, as they were getting out their equipment, trying to fix the leak, that's when the explosion came from inside the house, which is now completely gone. Now, we're still waiting to learn the exact cause, and we know that there was obviously enough gas that any kind of spark could cause that deadly explosion. So throughout the day, Cordova Fire Marshals, Public Service Commission, and other agencies have been on the scene just trying to determine that cause. Now, I spoke to the mayor, and he says he not only heard the explosion, he also felt it all the way from City Hall. He arrived 5 minutes later.
I think the biggest takeaway from me being here within 5 to 10 minutes of the blast, watching how organized everything was, and you've got a lot of groups of volunteers that were involved. So from containment of the gas to the blaze to fighting the fire to helping to assist to make sure the house next to it didn't catch on fire, to directing traffic flows and things like that. Everybody was just in gear within 10-15 minutes of the blast, which is it's impressive for an agency our size and a city our size.
Now, officials plan they're going to be turning on that gas as soon as possible. They're going to be turning them on individually, going house by house. And they say they will also be helping people by lighting their pilot lights as well. Sherry.
And we know that warming stations will be available tonight for the people who are left without gas heat in their homes if they don't get there with those crews to check each house line. Just how many homes were affected by the blast?
Well, the mayor tells me about 150 homes could be without gas right now, including this one, about 100 yards away from the explosion. I went inside this house today. You will not believe the damage inside. I'm going to have that full report coming up for you on WIAT 42 News at 6. For now, live in Cordova, Lillian Lalo, WIAT 42 News, coverage you can count on.